All right, hello, hello, hello. Hey, what happened to me? I swear I'm here. Where is me? Where is me? Oh, there I am. Hello. Off to a bang, off to a bang. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let's make sure everything is going well. Hello, me. Make sure everything is going well. Hello, me. Hey, hello, right back at you, buddy. All right, we are here. We are ready to go. Welcome to the thrilling conclusion here of the Wolf of Wallachia. Hey, Jacob. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? How are you, my friend? All right, we are going to finish the run here. We got about 16 years left. I think we can do it in this session. I really hope we do it in this session. We're just gonna go straight away and get this started. All right, let's do this, said Cow. We are building up the economy here. You can see we're like really skyrocketing since we no longer had to fight wars anymore. Doing okay. Yeah, news has been very crappy lately. It's been an interesting I guess you'd say 12 hours here. Actually forget, Jacob, are you in the United States, or are you somewhere else? Because I take you're in the US. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's been some crazy news. But yet it feels like every day we're waking up to like crazy news. Okay, yeah, so Texas. Yep. Oh man. What a I guess I'd say 24 hours, but I think it's been like 12 hours, so. And then of all days today, I'm in New York City here, so today is 9/11. Always a very odd day here in the city. So just it's been a week, huh? It's been a week. Yeah, right. The timing of it, I know. It was like I didn't even realize put the timing of the two things together until I woke up this morning and watching the news. And I'm like, oh yeah, there's these two events happening just right next to each other. And then of course you add on top of it, there was that awful school shooting in Colorado yesterday as well. Had a great week. But we got Victoria 3. It's sad when the highlight of my week is playing is going through the Industrial Revolution and War of Independence against various countries. Oh man. Okay. What are we doing here? Let's take a look at our budget. Oh yeah, look at that. We are paying a ton of subventions on steel. Because we are just exporting a ton of it. Okay. Let's not... Ooh, okay. Ah, now I can't change it. Well, we can build more construction sectors here. LaPlace, hello, hello. How are you? By the way, I saw the news about the assassination in broad daylight. Yeah. Yeah, Jacob and I were basically alluding to that just now. Very weird time here. I mean, I'll be honest, I am on the opposite political spectrum of Mr. Kirk, but still a very horrific thing to happen. And it's crazy to me that they still haven't found the person. There's news earlier, maybe like an hour or so ago. They found the rifle that the person used, but they haven't found the person himself. Which is a crazy thing to think of in 2025, that you can do that and then just like get away. With the like amount of surveillance we have around at this point. And then, you know, we're talking about this, but Laplace, I hope everything is safe where you are. Hope is anything calmed down at all. Bad news all around, it seems. Better welcome to my big happy stream. What a way to start it off, huh? The world sucks. Stay tuned. Better road networks have led to an increase in the Banat's traffic, followed by a consequential increase in pollution. Ooh, decrease in pollution method for that cost. We will take that. Alright, so now... Oh, weird timeline where Nepal falls. Yes, France protests, Qatar bombed by you-know-who. Yep. And the assassination in 2025. Yeah, yeah. Just everything, right? Everything piling up. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Romanian triumphs for the win. Stay focused. Stay vigilant. Tusto, hello. Want to get rich in Victoria 3, laissez-faire, construction sector. What supplies the construction sector, and repeat this for about 50 years. Yep. Treaties with other countries too. That's basically it. Right there, in a nutshell. Laissez-faire, construction sectors, materials for the construction sectors. Let your private sector cook. Although right now we're kind of cooking elsewhere, it looks like. But we got people cooking here as well. But actually, now that we fixed our subventions there, we can afford more construction sectors. So I think Banat still has some... Nope, they do not have the population. Yeah, we are running low. Oh, Bekes has some. Northern Transylvania has a little bit. Sarabia... Oh, Dobruja. Look at that. Unemployment. So maybe Northern Transylvania. We can afford a little more. Right. Let's get this going. Let's lower taxes. Does the U.S. do this? I think the government failed in this loop. It doesn't build anymore because of the debt. Well, no, I mean, the U.S. is deficit spending, for sure. That's pretty much our economy, deficit spending. We don't produce anything anymore. We're basically like a foreign investment economy at this point. In a scandalous tip by a former newspaper publisher, it has been revealed to the government that a wave of recent anti-protected speech articles have, in fact, all been written by this guy, using different names and styles. Scandalous. I have this weird bug where I take a subject war goal, but the subject goes to war after that with Great Britain, and they get transferred to Qing. Oh, that's interesting. I've been hearing talk about some bug to something to do with subjects and the transfer of subjects. I haven't like tested it out. I haven't had a game where I've done that since some of the updates, so I don't know a lot about it. But I've seen some talk about it, that there's some type of bug when it comes to the war goals and transferring of subjects. Alright, do we have dye? Yeah, we do, right? Oh, yeah, only down there. So we actually can use some production of dyes ourselves. Oh. Wait, what? Our synthetics plants are already producing it, but we just got the tech for it. How is that possible? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I have it the other way around. I'm an idiot sometimes. It produces silk, which we don't need. We have silk production. All right, so we're not switching that production method. The modern economy is bizarre. Yeah, agreed. We have people who issue imaginary money, people who take and trust this imaginary money, and somehow this makes the GDP go up playing pretend. Yeah, I'll be honest, I have no time for crypto. I just find it outrageous. I mean, I get people do make money on it, but fundamentally it's like the fact that your currency is backed by nothing. And I know people will say like, well, real currency is backed by nothing too once we got off the gold standard, but it is also backed by like the fact that probably tomorrow the United States will still be here and our economy is backing it and everything. But crypto is like, it's so volatile. I find it a fascinating thing. I still play in 1.9.7 version because it's expensive here to buy Paradox games. Well, wait though, the updates like 1.9.8 is free, right? It's when you go from like 1.8 to 1.9 or 1.9 to 1.10. Or actually, no, not even. Those are updates are free. It's the DLC itself. So, is it like are there DLCs you're not getting? Supporters of protected speech among the industrialists, headed by Dumitru Grofsorin, have questioned the government publicly on the amount of time that is required in order for the law to pass. Well, we can afford to lose a little bit of bureaucracy here for increased enactment time. We will do that. I've managed to build strategies for laws that keep the industrialists in check enough to be only 20-25% clout for devout intelligentsia trade unions, petite bourgeoisie. Now, the petite bourgeoisie was interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Because, yeah, I have to say, whenever I do deficit spending, I do get, like, industrialists with, like, 60% political clout. I suppose that is another benefit of, like, foreign investment. You can grow your GDP and deficit spend, but keep the industrialists a little bit in check, I suppose. I'm a privateer. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. A privateer. Getting game from 7 seas in the ocean called Internet. I hear ya. I mean, it's like that saying people have now that apparently none of us actually own the games that we buy. So if we don't own anything, this is the saying, if you don't own anything, can you actually ever steal anything? Don't say that, Ham. In 15 years, you'll have to copy a gigantic code just to transfer 0.00 bitcoins to buy a loaf of bread. Oh, it's sad because it's true. It's sad because it's true. When my kids are finally of the age to go to college, if colleges still exist, I'll have to pay for their colleges in Buttcoin or something like that. And I'll have to say, kids, please go buy your books. I'm going to transfer some Buttcoins to you. Be like, Dad, I didn't get enough Buttcoins this month. Be like, listen, kid, Buttcoins don't grow on trees, okay? You need to be a little more frugal with your Buttcoin. That is the crypto future that we are destined for. But I want to buy just my salary in the literal game prices of the game with the DLC. Buy just your salary. Yeah, I'll pay you what I think it's worth. And I gotta play it first to figure out if it is. I definitely feel like that with other games. I have to say, I love Victoria 3 so much. They can take my money. I trust them. But yeah, there are other games where I'm like, do I really need this? Do I really need this? Oh, hey, the Twitch bot's here. Hello, Twitch bot. It's an official party now. Goodbye, TwitchBot. In the process of his education at Moldavia University, Rosa Luxemburg's son has begun espousing sentiments that echo those encouraged by that guy's supporters. What is her popularity? She is loved, so we can afford for her to lose some popularity. She gets the trait cruel. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, we can afford this. Let's do that. Then your kids will carry a tablet just to make to make buttcoin transfers. And it takes 3 minutes. Yeah. Hey, can you show the world map? I want to see all the changes. Oh, sure. Oh, Travis. Hello, hello. How are you? Oh, your color right here is the same as Tusto. I didn't realize for a second it was something different. Hello, Travis. How are you? So here's what we got going on. Everything looked generally the same here, but we got some stuff going on. I have to say, it's rare I see an Austria-Hungary formation, and 2 Sicilies is part of them. Africa's looking pretty much like a late-game Victoria 3 Africa. You know, generally speaking, it looks like pretty straightforward late-game Victoria 3 map, except for this awful little piece of Russia in the middle of Japan. And we do have British Korea. Protected speech was on everyone's lips in every coffee house. Afterwards, Dmitry Grofsorin was ready to cross the industrialists to help pass the law. Alright, let's take that one. Apparently, petite bourgeoisie benefit quite a bit from total separation, more so than I expected. Oh, yeah. I suppose, right? I suppose, too, it's because the political clout of your church IG will go down, and so everything kind of gets redistributed. So their pops, I think, are kind of rethinking their alliances and their wealth level. I bet there's something to do, a little bit at least, with their wealth level that has them fall into that. And we also can use some more construction. So let's finish off northern Transylvania. Hey, Peter, hello, hello, how are you? Good afternoon to you. Welcome in, friend, welcome in. Hope all is well. Thank you, I'm doing well. Found you a couple days ago. Oh, nice, and I'm learning the game. Have made it to 1890s. Portugal is my favorite so far. Awesome, good to see you. Oh, I'm glad they were helpful. Yeah, Portugal's a fun one. I want to do a Portugal stream, but now that there's going to be that Iberian Twilight DLC, I'm kind of waiting for that one, but there will be a Portugal stream, because I find Portugal a fascinating one in this game. Sedgwick, hello! Your vids have been super helpful in trying to understand Vic 3. Just want to say thanks. Oh, thank you for stopping in to say that. I appreciate it. I love it. I'm glad that they're helpful. Lord knows we all need to help each other in this game, because what the hell is going on in this game half the time? Who knows? Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get more migration occur from areas that have different religions. Oh, it lets more. Yeah, it lets more migration occur, exactly. So especially like late game, as you need more pops and stuff like that, it's wonderful in terms of getting more people. Total separation, multiculturalism is just like a mass migration juggernaut. Also, the Indonesian army just accused an activist with defamation, but due to the Constitution, that said institution can't criminalize a person with defamation. They make themselves look like a fool. Oh my god. See, that's the thing. Like, stuff like this, it's all the same everywhere around the world, you know? Different countries, different cultures, but same tactics by people sometimes. Hey Ham, I have a challenge. Free Bosnia, play with it, and try to form the Muslim Holy Roman Empire since Bosnia is Islamic. Oh yeah, I think that I mean that'll be a great one too to try when National Awakening comes out. Free Bosnia. I think there was something in a dev diary about some stuff you can do with Bosnia. But yeah, the the Holy Muslim Roman Empire, or the Muslim Holy Roman Empire. That's actually a pretty cool idea. And a small nation. That's right up my alley. A popular Romanian newspaper has released a statement by Maria Marian endorsing several poets known for their sympathies in the industrialists' interests. Yeah, let's get that. Doing well, just drying after walking in the soaking rain. Oh no. Sorry, my friend. Sorry, that happened to me this weekend. I took the kid, my son has been asking nonstop to go to the zoo. So this weekend we finally went to the zoo, and I swear to God, like 10 minutes after getting there, torrential downpour and thunder. And he's 5, so he's afraid. And immediately is like, I want to go home. And we just paid to like get in there. All we really did was we walked in, we saw one seal, and then got like some popcorn. And then suddenly it's raining and he wants to go home. He's like, I am done with today. Super Frank, hey, hello. How do you come up with goals for a specific run? Do you just see where the game takes you, or do you have a goal in mind from the beginning? That's a great question, right? Because I think part of this game is making your own goals for the game. So I like to hunt achievements. So many times I will focus a run around an achievement. So for example, this run was focused around, where is it now? This one. As a Romanian nation, form Romania and directly own all Romanian homeland states, and we got it. But that's mainly what it was focused around. But yeah, I think there's a couple things. It's either like an achievement or maybe like forming a nation. So I'll take like, I don't know, like a smaller nation and want to get all the homelands and like form them. Many times it could be like, all right, let's do like a GDP run, see how high we can get the GDP, or a standard of living run, right? So I think that's the kind of thing you do. Sometimes there's just RP stuff, right? Like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if this thing happened in the world? I want to make this thing happen. So that's generally what I do. But I would say the vast majority of the time, I'm focusing my runs around like a specific achievement. Your Romania run has been top tier. Oh, thank you. It's a lot of trouble starting as a subject of another nation. I've learned a lot from you. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad because I do sometimes feel like sometimes my live streams, because you can see, it's not like when you're editing a video. When you're doing live streams, everyone also sees all the mistakes you make. So sometimes I'm like, oh man. Like I made a major mistake a few episodes ago when I was trying to get multiculturalism passed. And I pretty much made a decision that completely ended the move for multiculturalism. And I was like, whoopsie. So I'm glad it's been helpful. Thank you. The army is filled with a bunch of Wojak boomers that are salty about everything. Oh my god. Like I said, same things everywhere. Same things everywhere. Oh, what do we have here? Yeah, they're not going to want us in on that. We don't really care about it. Hey, hello. Ashutosh, hello. Hi, I loved your tutorial videos on Victoria 3. Really helpful. Pretty clear and intuitive. Any chance you're doing another PDX title tutorial series like EU4 or Stellaris? Hey, thanks for stopping in and saying that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I actually, when EU5 comes out in November, I want to hit the ground running and make some tutorials for that, you know, after I learn what I'm doing in it a little bit. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. The others PDX titles I play, Crusader Kings 3. I do enjoy Stellaris. I should play more Stellaris because it is like, I'm a big sci-fi fan. Obviously, I love grand strategy games. You would think Stellaris would be like my #1 game. But I do love Stellaris. I find it's hard to find the time to fit a bunch of titles in, unfortunately. But I do want to make some EU5 tutorials when that comes out in, I think, what now, 2 months. Several Ural Journal articles and statements by present government officials opposing protected speech have been dredged up by newspapers sympathetic to our guy there. These revelations have led to accusations of opportunism from both opponents and supporters of the law. Well, we have a lot of trade union support right now. Oh yeah, I would like to not give plus 50% political movement pop attraction to the fascist movement. Too soon. Too soon. Alright, there we go. By the way, can I see which laws you are running in late game? Yeah, sure. So we're doing, I think probably kind of typical for my runs. Presidential Republic, Universal Suffrage, Multiculturalism, all of this stuff. Laissez-faire free trade. I wouldn't mind maybe going to commercialized agriculture at this point. Public schools, public health. Yeah, we've been on censorship for a while just because it's been slipping my mind. So we're changing that now. Maybe get some welfare now that we can afford some stuff. But yeah, this is pretty much what we got going. Reverse ham cuts. Hello, hello. Play with Bavaria or Austria to form the HRE. Playing with Bosnia. Oh, thumbs down to that. I see. Yeah, and then playing with Bosnia. Thumbs up. Bye, bye, bye. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, you need that meme. Wait, how do you do the meme? Like, and then the for that one there. Can we increase anything here? No, we cannot. Oh, we gotta add some construction. Slow down for a second. Devote are actually very strong for conquest, albeit at the ugliness of voluntary conversion. Yeah, no, that's true. And I do think religious conversion is a very good way to help you with pop acceptance when you have a lot of different cultures, because you can use religious conversion to up their acceptance level to get them into a new level that will promote assimilation. I already foresee trying to dominate the world with a mini HRE and EU5. Ah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Oh, and we got protected speech. That's great. Eagerly awaiting EU5 videos. Oh, nice. I'm eagerly awaiting EU5. I can't wait. That's going to be a lot of fun. I actually want to do like one of those grand campaigns too. Bring one of our EU5 runs into Victoria 3. Those who seek to think boldly and freely are increasingly finding Romania to be one of the safest places to explore their ideas. Hey, awesome. Yeah, we'll take the university throughput. Are you going to take any more land in this campaign? I think we might have to be honest. We're getting mass migrations, but it would be helpful to get a couple more. Kind of help us out a little bit. So that's actually not a bad question. An idea. Sharky boy, hey there, hey there. Hi chat, won't be here long. Did your reinvestment go up? It's kind of been going up and down. You can see here we were actually in the red for a little bit, but then it bounced back. So we're pretty much staying level around the like hundreds of thousands to maybe like 2 million or 3 million maybe. So it's been steady at this level. Yep, state religion, plus cultural exclusion, multiculturalism's pluralistic. Yes, this is true. This is very true. Romania has become renowned around the world as a place that welcomes immigrants without discriminating. Yes, let's take the prestige. We got a lot of... Well, actually, maybe I should have taken migration attraction on that one. Actually, we will go to workers' protections next. Because we got a lot of dangerous industries now. Okay, hold on. Before we continue, we gotta... Oops, we gotta build. Can we build here? The problem is we don't have a lot of pops left. So let's build. Oh, I forgot. We never built up our own. Yeah, let's start building up some automobile industries here. And, well, you know, why not? Let's do it overseas as well. Well, I don't want to build it. I don't necessarily want to build it in a country that already has some. Well, actually, I can build some here, get their interest in it, and then we can start exporting it there. Oh, Central Hungary too. Okay, Central Hungary already has some, so let's just start building them. And then let's make sure they have the motor industries to cover it. Oh, although I probably shouldn't have done that, because don't we have... you're a company. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Hey, England wasn't a mega power before 1500. Technically speaking, it was a small nation. Oh, so is there a chance of playing with the English to form America? There is an absolute possibility of that. I would love to do an EU5 run with America, since I never do America here, because we start off as such a large country, that we start off as a great power here. And I don't necessarily know if, at least at the beginning, if I'll be doing like small nations in EU5, just because I will need to get the hang of it for a little bit. But definitely at some point, you know, we'll switch over to the small nations. Maybe, yeah, maybe that'll be the first run. We'll do England to get the hang of the game, and then once we get the hang of it, we'll just form the small little country known as the United States. When invited to give a speech on behalf of the Conservative Party, Dumitru Grofsorin began extolling the virtues of a strong home, strong borders, and strong men. The public reception was mixed. Alright, yeah, let's... Ooh, we've got... Oh, interesting. We had the parties really split here. Alright. The Communist Party and the Radical Party. They seem to like each other. Ah, man, what was the September convention? I really wish they would show us what it was. Was that our alliance? Ah, yeah, they got out of the alliance. Wow, I can't believe that alliance finally expired, because it was a 25-year alliance. Let's see. Yesterday, it was 289K reinvestment. Now it's kind of blurry for me, but looks like 350K. Yeah, the total reinvestment is 328K, and the net is about 152. So yeah, I guess reinvestment has gone up a little bit. And it's been under like 5 years in game time since then, I think. Yeah, it has held steady. It's held well. So it's been working out for us. I will say. I might be converted on the idea of foreign investments, at least for the time being. Finding both the Romanian public and supposed political allies unreceptive to his ideas frustrated, Dumitru Grofsorin has decided to retire from the realm of politics, opting instead to spend the rest of his days penning embittered reflections on what could have been. Oh, this was our industrialist radical. Who are they right now? Democrat. Okay, fine. The ideas of the Radical Party have been raising interest throughout the country, leading to potential turmoil. Oh well, we'll take it. Oh yeah, hello. Hello. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yes, doing well in the run here. Doing well in the run. We're moving to finish it out today. Besides Congo, what is another small nation to play that is helpful to learn the game on? Ooh, okay, good question. Let's go through. Let me read these and then we'll go to that. The Romanian American Fellowship has requested that we declare rivalry with India. India is a known opponent of American. India has been a rival of us this whole game. I don't understand. The fascist movement has organized mass protests across the Bacchus region. While the protests have remained peaceful for now, local authorities have raised concerns about possible violence. Yeah, I don't want to give the fascist movement too many pops. Guess we'll take that one. The advocacy of Maria Marianne has led to the Communist Party gaining greater electoral popularity among women who have rushed to exercise their newfound voting rights. I mean, we've had women's suffrage for some time now. Let's do that. So in terms of small countries that are good to learn the game on, yes, my beloved Congo. There's a lot of stuff in South America. It's hard to say if they're really small countries. Like, I think New Granada is a really great one. A lot of them start, though, as minor powers, so yeah, not technically small. But, like, New Granada, I think Chile is a great one to start off with. You have some good starting resources there. Let's see, other ones I play. Personally, I love playing with Kabul. Now you are under some military threat here. Maybe not immediately, but fairly soon in the beginning game. But Kabul is a great one to play. I love playing small nation games with them. Let's see. What else is fun? What else is a fun small nation? Any of the Ethiopian ones over here, actually, are a pretty good one. And then doing the whole Ethiopian unification thing. I forget the name of... There's one in particular that is probably better than the rest of them. But there's a bunch of small nations over here in Ethiopia that I would recommend. And then... I did a run as Transvaal. And that was really fun. You do, though, face a significant amount of acceptance problems because your primary culture is Boer, and you can see they're like such a small part of the population. So that is, I think, a little bit more of a challenge as a small nation, but still a fun run. In terms of Europe, I have to say Wallachia has been a pretty fun one, and I think Serbia, after the new update, will be a very good small country to play. Although I guess I don't know what the difficulty will be with all the new stuff. That's kind of my list right now. If you don't mind starting as a subject, Cuba is also a good one because you got some good starting resources. Though again, you are starting as a subject of Spain, which sometimes can complicate things. Ham, as one of the founding fathers, pizza is a citizen's right. Yes, that is right. That is absolutely right. Every citizen in United Ham Cuts, the United States of Ham Cuts, are due monthly pizza. Weekly pizza, really. Friday, like Taco Tuesday is for tacos, Friday is for pizza. It just doesn't have a fancy name. This guy, following an address where he condemned the Radical Party, has begun to mobilize dedicated partisans to oppose it in the election. Sure. I'll do that. This afternoon, Rosa Luxemburg, leader of the trade unions, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of workers' protections. Leader of the trade unions. She's also the leader of our country. Yeah, let's take that 15%. Oh, Ecuador, Super Frank, that's right. Great resources, sulfur in North Peru, and no very aggressive AI next door. How can I forget about that? My tutorial video about acceptance and conversion featured Ecuador for that. Yeah, Ecuador's a great small one to play, and you also are only starting with 2 states, and this one is one of the Amazonian states, so you're kind of starting with small population to begin with. So you are kind of a single state. Or at least the vast majority of what you're building will be in the state of Ecuador. Yeah, how could I forget? Thank you for that. Ecuador, I fully sign off on that one. Supporters of... You know, I should do a video about that. What are the best small countries to play with? It's not a bad idea. Supporters of Radical Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. What are we at? We don't want the Radical Party to go down too... Ooh. Yeah, let's see. I don't want the Conservative Party to get too much momentum. We can afford more construction. We will build it in Moldavia. I so wish I could play with decentralized nations, yeah. I know there are mods for that, but seriously, imagine having to go from a tribal structure to a centralized one. That would be awesome. Yeah, I would love to do that, and I would love to do that here in North America. I know you can start as the Indian territory, but starting as a subject of the United States is tough. I would love to try to like play as like the what's some of the ones that start like the Iron Confederacy, things like that. Yeah, if you could do decentralized nations, I would definitely play some of the Native American tribes here. I wonder if they ever did a DLC dedicated to Africa, if you could do that. I wonder why... I wonder if not being able to play as decentralized nations just has to do with the mechanic of colonization. Like somebody would be colonizing and literally taking your land. Although that would make for an interesting run, right? Where somebody is literally taking your land and colonizing it, and you have to stop them at some point. David, hey, hello, welcome in. How you doing, my friends? Good to see you. Oh. In a gesture of solidarity with the Radical Party, Amar Saab has encouraged his supporters to vote for it in the ongoing election. Yes, let's... Oh well. The Communist Party it is. Look at the rural folk, just an independent, no party. Alright. When I first started playing without watching any videos, I started out as the Indian Territory, only to find out when I started looking at tutorial videos, I'd made a huge mistake. Yeah, that's a tough one to start out as. Oh man, that would be great to watch a video like that. Oh, let's get this gold. See, I also think when you first start out, you shouldn't start out as great powers, because I feel like that is a little too much. I remember the very first country I took when I opened up the game, I took the United States, because I was like, I don't know, take them, I guess. And quickly learned, like, when you don't know what's going on, it's kind of like, what the hell is going on? Alright, yeah, let's get some more here. We need to get the more oil, it seems. In the midst of the debate surrounding workers' protections, one of the country's leading playwrights strongly associated with the trade unions staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. I saw a video that instructs on how to play as decentralized nations. It's not even a mod. Oh, really? Look up hidden government type in Vic 3. It's chiefdom. That's interesting. But how do you even... I wonder... I'll look at the video. I wonder how you even start as one of the decentralized ones, because you can't select them at game start. Interesting. Hidden government type. I'm definitely going to look that up. Thank you for that one. Bolt action rifle. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good on that. So what's going on here with iron? Oh, with oil? We're not missing that much. I mean, sure, let's... Oh, you know, we haven't expanded trade centers in some time. I mean, my company should be doing that. But let's see where everything is at domestically. Oh, yeah, we have we have a lot of them. We have no peasants anywhere, though. Ooh, we have a lot of unemployed, though, in Wallachia. 1.4 million. Oh, my God. Wait, that's 31K. Wonder what that was about. Okay. I'd have fun with an earlier breakout of Ottomans running EU5, like this one. Maybe play as Ottomans, then release a vassal, play that way. Oh, that'd be pretty cool, yeah. Yeah, I know, like, also in EU4, people always recommend, like, the Ottomans are the best country to start with if you want to learn. So yeah, maybe start as that, and then break one of the countries away and play with them. The Polish Socialist Revolt offers to owe us an obligation if we will back them in the ongoing diplomatic play. Maybe get some use the obligation to get some investment rights here. But before we do that, let's see who's involved in this. Is there anybody leaning one way? So I feel like if we join, others might join. Well, let's see. Could we get investment rights right now anyway? Oh, they would just give it to us anyway. I mean, why don't we take it then? Why don't we just take this? Yeah, sorry guys. Nope. I just Googled it, and the AI answer is there's no hidden government type, and then some waffle forums on other topics. Interesting. Yeah, I'll really want to watch that video now, see what it's about. Oh my God, who joined this? Oh, Great Britain. Good thing we didn't join this side. I had a feeling that would happen. Everybody gangs up on socialist governments in this game. Alright, we're climbing. We're climbing. We could use a little bit more prestige. We could try to increase the navy a little bit. So we don't have... We don't have a lot of people, though. Oh, Lorenzo Marquez. Although they're not included. What's the word I'm looking for? Incorporated. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, and then we'll do the rest. Submarine. Oh. Ooh, we gotta do that. Oh, that's interesting. I think these are the only two places we have military shipyards. Elevators, alright. Now let's build those sooner rather than later, because it's going to take them some time to hire, so we can get the prestige out of it. That is the video. Chiefdom is the last government type he talks about, but it's time-stamped. Yeah. Oh yeah, can't wait to see the suzerain run. That's right. Yeah, I have to... God, once I get this next video out, I've been having... It's been a busy week. Once I get this next video out, I'm going to load up suzerain and start trying it out. So there's right now on Steam a sale on political sims. And you can get suzerain for $6. So we got it. And there's a future stream in the works for that. Once I get the hang of that one, maybe that's the one we'll do on Fridays after we're done with the Age of Wonders 4 stream we're doing. Luxembourg airship has been selected as the very special venue for an upper-class ball. The most distinct members of the nation have expressed their opinions for this grandiose machine. Ooh, yeah. Let's take the trade capacity. All right, let's go to our skyscraper. Let's get that extra prestige. Oh yeah, let's get the trade nexus. Let me actually move down a peg here. India. Oh yeah, we were supposed to... Yeah, let's declare a rivalry with them. Man, we are getting migrations like nothing. Woo, flurry of stuff happening. Suzerain run would be amazing. Please do it. It'd make the most authoritative and 1984 run possible, all for entertainment. Yeah, see, I don't know much about the game. I've seen it like on Steam for a long time, and I've always been like, oh, that looks interesting. But I've just never had the time. So I'm excited to now finally like check it out. And it is... Oh, the guy whose name I could never say is now dead. Aw, R.I.P. buddy. And everyone's enthusiasm for it really is making me excited to play it, because I didn't know it was so good. No, play it blindly in live stream. Me and Robbie won't backseat. Blind seat gaming, blind runs really make me nervous. But maybe that is the way to go. Maybe for that one, I'll do a blind run. You know, when I got Hearts of Iron 4, I was thinking of doing that. We only give clues, but none of the choice is good or bad. If you aside morale. Oh, okay. See, I have no context for that yet. And yes, play blind. Ham, is there a comment lag today too? No, there shouldn't be. So I finally realized what you do for that. You lower the latency settings for YouTube here. So yeah, we're on low latency, so there shouldn't be as much of a lag as there used to be. There's one more very low latency setting you can set but it says the stream quality will greatly suffer. So I'm using kind of a middle ground there, but there should be much less lag than there had been in the past. Then in the live start with Ham Cutscenes. Welcome to one more gameplay on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and participate in the giveaway. Yeah. Yeah, that's when you know I've gone full on streamer, right? We've got drops today. We've got drops. I've got Steam keys. I've got Steam keys. Nobody gives me keys for nothing. And Theodore Mann's body of published works is a popular new book with a vision of what workers' protections might look like. Lawyers affiliated with the intelligentsia say the contents are legally sound. God, we're at 97% success chance. I don't need more success chance. So maybe, yeah, I'll take something like that. Representing his constituents in the trade unions, Rosa Luxemburg... Aw, they don't alter that. Representing her constituents in the trade unions, Rosa Luxemburg has issued a formal petition to the Romanian government to pass poor laws. I would rather not, but maybe wage subsidies. Yeah, we'll do wage subsidies. We see an opportunity to call in the obligation Tibet owes us by requesting the service of their commander. Yeah, we don't really need him. Although I forgot we have an obligation with them. We have an obligation. Can... Sorry, Mexico. Oh, no, we can't. Yeah. That's right. We can't get to them. We can't get to Tibet. I should just absolve that obligation, maybe. A blind run of a paradox would be terrific to watch as you read and ponder for 12 hours straight. Yeah, right. People comment on how I like to play on 3-speed here. If I do a blind run of Hearts of Iron 4, just wait to see the speed I'm playing there. Maybe it would be kind of fun. My wife keeps telling me, you should do a blind run of that. I'm like, you don't understand what Paradox titles are like. Suzerain looks really cool. Checked it out. Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody really loves the game. And it's interesting that it's been out for like 5 years and it's just doing an upcoming DLC now. Love some Colonel Saul, but no Country for Old Man. You know, at this point, let's just do it. With the establishment of Lorenzo Marquez, we must decide the direction our new colonial administration will take. Yeah, we'll probably go chartered company here. Let's do it. Let's see what they look like now. Romanian, South Africa. Let's do that. Defiant. Let's start funding some lobbies. I seen on Steam that CK3 had a meltdown with their new DLC. Apparently broke the game and it's awful. Yeah. Oh my god, you know, it's a good thing you said that. I totally haven't thought about this because I've been seeing that as well. Tonight's stream is supposed to be a continuation of our CK3 run. And I haven't loaded it up yet since Coronations came out. I hope it hasn't broken our run. Yeah, I've been seeing people are pissed. I haven't tried it out yet, though. I mean, Suzerain is a political novel. It's a choice-based. Oh, an interaction with character to character. Oh, that's interesting. See, I didn't even know that. I have no context yet. But that's really cool, like a political novel with choices. Man, I love games like that. Like that game Detroit that's on PS, well, I guess PS4, but on PlayStation. From I forget the name of that company, but that company that made it pretty much does that. They're like game novels, basically. Us Vic 3 have been getting good stuff, so don't know what's happened with CK3. Yeah. Yeah, we do get good DLCs. You know, I have to say, there isn't a Vicky 3 DLC that I've been like, didn't really need that, or that was underwhelming. Like, there are DLCs that are, you know, more impactful than other DLCs, but there's no DLC that, in general, I'm like, they're all really great, I have to say. And I'm not getting a kickback from Victoria 3 for that. Though it sounds like I am. Same dev for both, Paradox Development Studio. Oh, Paradox makes Suzerain? Oh wait, no. Oh, you mean Victoria 3 and CK3. Yeah. Yeah. Though it kind of seems like the games that Paradox Development Studio makes are like separate studios, you know? Like, what's it called? Paradox Tinto that just makes Europa Universalis seems to be very separate from like Victoria 3 Studio. And I don't even know where Crusader Kings is. Or where it's based out of. And Hearts of Iron 4 Eating Good with Japan rework and new mechanics with the Navy. Oh, did that end up getting reviewed really well? I heard there was like a Japan thing for Koi 4. Here we go. So we can increase. Well, we don't really need more. I don't want to tank the price of it. So we probably won't use that. Though, we could use some of the labor saving stuff. Yeah, like the one here we'll use. They have to have some here, yeah. Yeah, but we have no more employees here. Oh yeah, that's why. We gotta up. Let's do that. Paradox Tinto making EU5. Yep. And Suzerain made by small indie studio Torpor Games with its director Novak based in Germany. Oh, interesting. Yeah, all the good political games are all based out of Europe, interestingly. Even Grand Strategy, like even something like Frostpunk, which is not Paradox, but that's based out of Poland. They even did a grovel letter to Steam about the CK3 DLC. It's actually quite insulting. Really? Whoa. They said, really sorry, we put all our resources into the next DLC, but it'll be great, so don't worry, we broke the game. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, we didn't really care about this thing we made you pay for. Yeah, why not just include it then in the DLC that you're working on? That's crazy. They also oh man, once again I totally went straight through the hour break mark. Apologies to people, especially on Twitch, for not taking a break during that ad break. Well, we'll get it on the 2-hour mark. Whoops. Sorry. They also make another game, though it's still in development stage. It's still novel-based, but lean towards, like, Persona series. Oh, cool. Is there a name for that one yet? Or is it like, so much still in development that they don't have that either? You know, I forgot. We could probably... We should take a look here. Yeah, we could use... more electricity generation. I want to make sure everything is employed before I do anything more. Northern Transylvania. Yeah, I think they're all going to be employed. Dobruja. There we go. Because we also have plenty... Oh, we don't have plenty of motors. You guys need to build more. What are you guys doing? Yeah, you're building railways, but you're not building me... Alright. I don't know about the name. Oh, okay. Very interesting stuff, though. Oh my god. Britain, you are building. I feel like, though, yeah, GDP is not really going up all that much now. I guess because we're not building stuff in our country because we have nothing left to build. We have a lot of unemployment, it seems. Yeah, look at Wallachia here. We need to build more in Wallachia here. Build us some automobiles. Lord knows we probably need a lot of that. Oh, do we not? Yeah, look at that. We definitely need more. Oh, and we can upgrade our urban centers. Yeah, let's see. What is... Yeah, Great Britain... Yeah. Great Britain is gonna win the #1 spot in this run. Look at that prestige difference. That's nuts. I mean, the Great Britain in this one went notorious to a much greater extent than even Great Britain normally does in these games. The armed forces demand the promotion of Major General Eugen Dobson, touting his history of loyal and effective service. Yeah, fine. I mean, let's promote him. What at? Well, you know, we do have a bit of a bureaucracy problem. Emmanuel Dobson, leader of the armed forces, has made a remarkable play for power in the capital in order to secure a spot for the armed forces within the government. However, it's not entirely clear if they should be rewarded for their novel tactics. Also, 11-Bit Studios, the same studio that make Frostpunk, also makes this War of Mine. Yeah. Yeah, that game is brutal. Oh my god, this War of Mine. And I feel like Paradox, or not Paradox, 11-Bit Studios games, given like Frostpunk, is just like that. Like, the titles are just brutal. I mean, I absolutely adore Frostpunk. Frostpunk 1 and 2. I started this War of Mine, but it's one of those things that I didn't go back to, not because I didn't enjoy it, but because I just got busy. So I need to go back to it and really dive into it a little bit more, because it seems very interesting. They also make that new one, The Altars, which I'm really loving. doing like streams and videos has kind of cut into my playing of that. But The Altars is also a great game. How do you think about the new mechanic coming will work with the culture conversion in other cultural homelands? I love it. I'm really excited for National Awakening. I think the thing I love about National Awakening the most is that in general, I think a lot of times you can see like people kind of ignore the cultural stuff. Cultural conversion, religious conversion. And I can see why, because sometimes you kind of can ignore it, right? And now I kind of feel like you can't. You're not going to be able to ignore it. I think the whole cultural fervor mechanic is going to be great. I love the idea that, like, if you're one country, if, like, the, what do you call it? Like, if a cultural movement is gaining fervor in your neighbor, that agitation, what is the word I'm looking for? That activism, sorry. If the activism of one cultural movement is going up in your neighbor, it will affect the activism in your country. I think that is just such a great, like, mechanic I think that's gonna be a really impactful change. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. The depressing game about war, yeah. It is. And I think from what I remember, this is the thing I remember the most. When you first start the game up, they say, we made this game to give people the experience of what it's like to have to survive in a, like, be a civilian in a war. And I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be intense. I remember I bought the game because I had just gotten a Nintendo Switch, and I was gonna be on a flight. And I was like, I don't buy games for the Switch ever. Let me get a game for the Switch. And so it was just a game to play on a flight. And so I ended up buying that. And I was like, oh my god, what a thing to get to just pass the time on an airplane. It's easier to beat England day one as France than to beat France as England day one. But Great Britain is still ranked number 1. Yeah, because, I don't know what happened in this run. But France, what are they up to now? Okay, so now they're the 3rd largest military. They spent the whole beginning part of the game with their military ranked like 7th or 8th. And I know this because we really wanted to get into the French power bloc because they had aggressive coordination, and you can call in bloc members as allies in a war in any diplomatic play. So I'm like, oh, this would be a great way to get France in. We ran into complications getting into this power block, but on top of it, even if we did, I was like, in this one run, France's military is down around like 7, 8, 9. So I think that's what happened specifically in this one. France had a very weak military for the beginning part of the game. Ah, malaria prevention. What a great thing to get in 1925. Yeah, they made a game about the afters of war and the consequences of it. Yeah, that sounds heartbreaking. It is. It is brutal, the decisions you have to make. It's so depressing. Make Doom and The Last of Us looks like paradise. Yeah, it really does. Maybe that's why subconsciously I didn't go back to it. I was like, ah, man, I don't know if I can do it. Koenigsberg owns Whedon. Oh, yeah, look at this. The Schleswig-Holstein. Scandinavia owns it. And oh my god, and Austria-Hungary just own... What happened to Denmark in this one? Well, you know, we haven't taken a save in a while. We should save. We should save it. Expand to touch Mediterranean Sea. Have an east and west coast on Romania. This is true, right? We could do that now. Go for Montenegro. What is the Ottoman Empire looking like these days? We could do it. See, here's the problem, though, if going to war right now. We still... are very much hated by Austria-Hungary and Russia. I think any war that we go into, that we start, they are going to jump in on the other side. And I suppose we could take them. Well, Austria-Hungary, I don't know if we can take anymore. Russia we can hang with. But we're also going to have to fight Russia and Austria-Hungary, and we don't have Great Britain as an ally anymore. So that's my hesitation with any wars at the moment. I think we'll, at this point in time, kind of get decimated there. Ooh, look at our build queue here. Hold on. We really got to fix unemployment here. How are we with automobiles? Have we fixed that? Oh, telephones. We could use more telephones. Oh, and you know, did we ever... Ah, we didn't. Okay. Wallachia. Let's make us some phones. Do we even... We never even started the building. Oh, because we don't... We don't have it. That's why. Oh my god, sometimes I am just an idiot. Yeah, let's do steam turbine. Conveyors. Radios. Electric railways. And that's all we'll do for now. And then we're about to get another company in 8 months. Oh, okay, but we also didn't actually start building anything. Really, we could use more wine. That's interesting. How are we on steamers? Oh, we have plenty. Yeah, we still could use more motors. We actually could use a lot of hardwood and rubber. Don't we have rubber in... Oh, yeah, because we... Well, we built everything that we can there anyway. Yeah, we're maxed out on wood. I guess we'll go more motors. Even more so since Poland has so much recent history that would make them exactly the people to make it that much more real. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought about all of their games. That game, Frostpunk, like, yeah, makes total sense that's coming out of Poland. They would know something about that. Ham, stop everything you're doing. A new Victoria 3 dev diary is out. You could open it. It's brief. It's about art. Everything looks beautiful. And now we can choose the menu image. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know. Thursdays are their dev diary day. That was one of the unfortunate things about having to move my stream to Thursdays. Because now I don't get to start making the dev diary video until after this session is done. It's kind of what my Thursdays have become. I do this stream. The moment this stream ends, I start making the dev diary video, and pretty much by the time I'm done with it, I have time to eat dinner, and then it's time to do the evening stream. So I would like to have Thursday not be the streaming day again, but such is my teaching schedule this semester. A book rejected for publication in the Ottoman Empire due to the restrictive laws has been accepted by a Romanian publisher. Okay. Yeah, I saw the title of that dev diary right before I came on, so I saw it was about art. Good to know though that it's short, because man, let me tell you, these last couple dev diaries about all the narrative content, they are so damn long. I think that's why it takes me like all day to make the dev diary video, because man, the narrative content videos are so long. I mean, I appreciate it. They're great dev diaries, but they're much longer than other ones. Oh, the Danzig owned by Scandinavia. Let's... Oh, look at that. In West Prussia, born and raised, Scandinavia has taken over for, I don't know how many days. Prussia, Prussia, Prussia. This is what you get for making yourself an ally to Austria at the beginning of the game, to my great dismay throughout the whole run. That is what you get. Can you ally France? They're going for the engines company. Oof. They don't like me either. You know, we should start improving relations with some people. Actually, could we get one with the US? They still don't care for us too much. Hey, you guys want to build here? Let's try this. We have a very... Oh, screw it. Let's give them an obligation. Fine. Let's start building in the United States again. Hey, there we go. Oh. Alright, so let's, let's start taking some... Oh yeah, Michigan. Let's own all of those. Romanian-owned automobile industries in Michigan. Oh, and we have a major infrastructure problem here. Alright, let's subsidize that, and then we'll see where it gets us. Hey, we're in 1926! We only got 10 years left, friends. Only 10 years left. There's new character icons, new Balkan and Austrian uniforms and clothing, new structures, and DLC theme interface information. It's all beautiful. The game can be anything, but it's not ugly. Oh, that's very cool. Man, I'm excited to look through it later. That's interesting. When I saw it was just going to be about artwork, I was like, oh, is there going to be much to talk about here? Seems like there's going to be quite a bit to go over. Wow, yeah, Prussia is a mess. No painter in that timeline. Nope. Nope, look at this. Look at this. Awful. And actually, now that I think about it, I can't remember, but the run we did right before, our Morocco run, I feel like Prussia was a disaster. Wait, what is happening here? A war between India and France. Wow. India, you are going for it, huh? Oh, I hope they lose, because they are the one right above us. We need to... Ooh, what is this war? Now, let's give people a little bit more money in their pocket. If you ally the USA by giving money transfers, once their attitude improves, you can remove the money transfer. Ooh, that's not a bad strategy right there. I like that. Seems like they want to give us military assistance. Yeah, and we can afford a lot. What if we gave them, like... Oh, wait. Why don't we try to add it on to this one? Ooh. Alright, hold on. Let's take a look at that for a second. Oh, wow. We're going to get plus 70. Yeah. Well, the new paper map is gorgeous. Oh, in the new... Oh my god, you guys, you're killing me. I want to see it now. I want to see it. What if I... Oh, we have free trade. That's right. We can't do that. Yeah, I mean, I could... I'm not even close to getting it, though. I don't think we can get the American one. Because if we give 7.5k, we get plus 70. If we give all this, we get plus 70. I think a USA alliance isn't in the works for us. Alright, party-affiliated newspapers have been proliferating during this election season. Publications associated with the Peasants' Party have been particularly effective in spreading the party line. Now, let's do that. Alright, what company do we want? Oh, actually, something that could raise prestige would be nice right now. Plus 10%. What are our vineyards looking like? Not very good productivity. But we could try to really start exporting it to get to prosperity. Let's do it. And get that extra prestige. Romanian Orchard Company. Why not? Although, I almost forgot. You know, we could try to do the automobile one. Oh, yeah, but we're not going to get a prestige good out of it. Yeah, I mean, we only got 10 years left. Let's do this one. If it was a different point in the game, we'd obviously take a different thing. What else can I give them? I can give them sugar plantations. I'd like to give them investment rights. Oh. And a monopoly on vineyards. Let's see, what are the 6 things we're using? Yeah, so we have 1 for industry rights there and investment rights. Industry rights. Trade rights. Interesting, we can't remove that. Could try France. You get 20 prestige for making a prestige good, right? Yeah, but if we can get to prosperity with this, we'll get plus 10% prestige. Which will be 268. So it'll be a much better amount if we can get that. Which I think we can do. You know, banana plantation. Yeah, we could own them elsewhere. I need to get this company investment rights. Oh, so let's get rid of the road maintenance. We don't need that there now. The consumption taxes. Oh, what am I thinking? We're on laissez-faire. Ugh, I'm an idiot. I can't do that. Well, either way, we'll give them investment rights. And trade rights. Well, no. Let's get one of those consumption taxes back. Okay. I think that'll be good for now. Yeah, let's see here. What can we do? -70. See, actually, we probably have a better shot at getting our alliance with Great Britain back. Yeah, there we go. And we can get trade privileges out of it. A minor scandal. Yep, there we go. A minor scandal is buzzed around the National Liberal Party as a piece of reformist fiction written by Amar Saab in his youth has begun to circulate once more. Whilst enthusiastically written, this is the work's only merit. Let's see. Get an obligation. I don't think that was in the works for this one. 62%. We'll see what they say. I suppose now we could go for this stuff. There's not a lot of... Oh, look at that. We did get it. Huh. So that's the thing, though. So we could go for these lands, but there's not much in terms of population. Having more population right now would be helpful. But, you know. I wonder if the U.S. is building in us yet. Didn't we give them investment rights? Oh, yeah, we did. There we go. Yeah, they are building a lot. While meeting to discuss ideas, Maria, Marian, and Rosa Luxemburg enjoyed a civil and enlightening conversation. Most expected a brawl. How much momentum do we need to add here? Oh yeah, the National Liberal Party could use all that needs. You know, I would like to keep the Communist Party in power. A nation can't side against you if they owe you an obligation. Yeah, I know that, but Great Britain wasn't really going to go against me in anything anyway. The obligation would be helpful if I could get it from somebody like Austria, Hungary, or Russia, because they're the ones that would side against me if I started any war. But there's not much we can give away in order to get it. Like here, we'd have to make up 108. We could give money. But the other thing I'm getting to, too, is we could take this land, but it's not going to give us much. What we really need right now are people. I suppose, yeah, we could take all the buildings that are there. Members of the Peasants' Party have expressed their concerns about technology replacing the independence and dignity of manual labor. Oh, yeah, we could get the... Okay, let's do this. We'll get honest work. The recent expansion of the oil rigs in Moldavia has boosted confidence in Romania's future as an oil producer. Excellent. War to nationalize. Now, that's not a bad idea. War to nationalize. Though, honestly, the war would probably cost more than me just going in and nationalizing the buildings. Which, now that you say that, I should probably just go do that. With the Communist Party's campaign funds well established, Tudor Mann has proposed to the party leadership that a quantity of these funds may be repurposed for the party's more clandestine activities. Might be worth going in and looking at some of the most profitable buildings we have. Yeah, here we go. Oh, you know, we do need somebody. Fine. Yeah, let's nationalize this. Your tutorial... Oh, Larry, hello, hello. Your tutorials for Post Update 1.9 have been invaluable to this new player. Thank you very much. Oh, man, I appreciate that. I really appreciate you stopping in to say that. Thank you. I'm glad they're helpful. We Victorians need to stick together in trying to figure out what the hell is going on in this thing here, right? So I appreciate that. Alright. Now, I am tempted. I should not do this. Oh, man, we made a promise to one of the... Oh, yeah, we're supposed to go wage subsidies. Okay, let's do it. I am very tempted, since we have an invited exile as our leader. I've never gone with the shut the door behind you. Have an invited exile become the ruler of your nation and pass the closed borders law. I might, near the very end of this run, try to pass closed borders. Just to get that. I was thinking of something that may be interesting as a DLC idea that mirrors Turkey in real life. A religion DLC that kind of replicates the National Awakening, but in a religious way. Oh, yeah. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, kind of like religious fervor. I'm surprised there isn't a lot more of like religious stuff in the National Awakening thing. So I guess, like, yeah, saying it out loud, National Awakening is just more culture. But yeah, like a religious fervor would be a cool mechanic as well. And boy, would it really, really add another layer onto everything now that we're getting cultural fervor. All right, we need to build more. Let's see what... No. Yep, like if migration makes you majority Islamic, there should be a movement to establish a new state religion. Yeah. And also, like... Oh, here we go. Look at that. It'd be interesting if certain... Well, I guess this would be dicey for them to add, but like certain religions could cause people to want to embrace different laws, you know? Like the, like it actually, yeah, and it would be cool if, based on the religious fervor, your religious IG could change. That would be interesting. I need to get a production method together for these. For these power plants. All right. Let's take a look at closed borders. Sure, we'll take this. Who would support this? The rural folk and the petite bourgeoisie. We could get them in. Let's really lower taxes here, see if we can get our standard of living up even more. Oh, if we could get health system up. Nice, yeah, especially since migration is so big in this game. Like how the US is majority Catholic now when it didn't exist in a large scale before 1960. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a great point, right? You got to think they're either going to add something like that, or I wonder if there's something about what they are adding with National Awakening that will make modding the game to do that with religion maybe a little easier. I wonder. Antibiotics, that's what we need. Okay, so film is spreading. Multilateral alliance, we'll probably get spread on that. Then we'll do that. And then macroeconomics. I mentioned Turkey. We'll look at that in a moment here. I mentioned Turkey because it's basically a state religion country now when it was made secular around the World Wars period. Yeah, there's definitely been like a more of like a movement toward more of conservatism in there, unfortunately, and nationalism, to be honest, which has been a little upsetting to see. Oh, why are we... I didn't realize we were getting most of this stuff from trade. All right. Yeah, let's get temporarily the price of glass very much down. And then it'll stop importing it. And then our buildings will be a little bit more profitable. Same here. We're importing so much of it. Let's not do that. Perhaps a dynamic conversion rate, too. Yeah, I wish there was... I guess... So, I wish there was more of a way to change, like, your primary culture or your primary religion in the game. Like, I know you can get your primary religion changed with the religious convocation power block. Although you can't change yours if you create it. You can just get it changed if you get into one. And I guess they don't allow that type of thing because of the historical accuracy, other than like the events where your primary culture can change to something like historical, like in South America where you're no longer like North Andean, you're Colombian, things like that. So I guess they're trying to hold on to more of the historical accuracy, but it would be interesting if there were mechanics like that. Where, I don't know, like, you could be like Spain and suddenly you're majority Buddhist country. Just for like RP reasons. You know, we should have protectorated Serbia at one point. And see, look at that. Russia will be all over that, including Greece. And, like, if we went to war... Oh, interesting. Hold on. So let's say we wanted to take Kardag. Really, would nobody get involved in this? I don't know if I want to risk it, though. We've seen this before in this run, where it estimates, no, nobody will get involved. Until they do. That's what happened to our epic war for southern Serbia. Yeah, and they're not rivals with anybody. Oh, look at Egypt. What's their laws that got them this flag? Parliamentary republic and autocracy. Hey, we've jumped up to 5th. Who have we leapfrogged? We leapfrogged Austria. Oh, nope, we didn't. See, we could really use... Ah, yes, 100 prosperity. Get there. Are we exporting a lot of it? The wine now? We are exporting quite a bit of it. Maybe culture and religion could work that way too. Migration and identitarian movements could assimilate or convert based on their activism and attraction. Yeah. Especially too, like changing your culture seems like a lot more, but changing your religion, I could see how religious conversion, yeah, based on like the activism of certain political movements, that would be interesting. Due to a spate of accidents, there have been calls to regulate automobiles. See, I think the thing is, though, I think the devs want to try to keep game mechanics as much in line with, like... Let's build some power plants elsewhere in the world. With, like, historical accuracies and stuff like that. As much as they can. So I think that's why they don't do stuff like that. People do not have power plants. Let's just flood people here with power. Although I guess the problem with the power plants is I'm really dependent on these countries utilizing the production methods. Whatever. Let's see. build synthetics plants in... Let's build... What do they need in their market? Do they need paper? No, they do not. They could still use touring automobiles. Oh, look at the logo for that. That's kind of cool. All right, they don't need that. They need meat. They need telephones. When are we getting that? Oh, man. We need telephones. Members of the Anti-Indian Association have discreetly dispatched one of their member to amplify their mission in Romania's most widely read newspaper. Can we afford that legitimacy hit? Ooh, we absolutely cannot. So we will take that. What could the US use in their markets? Oh, they have tons of automobiles. Liquor, tea. Fancy furniture. Well, they could use some food industries. Let's build them. In the Great Plains, where you have all of those throughput bonuses for, like, wheat and everything. Well, my game is my game is kind of stalling here. And then, just in case, well, let's take a look at what is the local prices of grain here. Oh, they got plenty, yeah. Yeah, because they got this massive throughput bonus on them. Oh, except in South Dakota. Ah, okay, so these places could really use it. What's the population here? Not a lot. Well, you're the United States. You're going to get a lot of migration. How are you not utilizing any of the throughput bonus here? All right. Can you make a video about market and how it works? Yeah, that could work. I have added I have a video that was like trade centers and market prices. So I did do a video where I talk about like how this market price and stuff works, but ooh, we got that. But yeah, maybe like a general video about here's how the market interacts. Maybe, yeah, I've always thought too a video that really dives into Mappy and how your different states interact with each other. That could be a good one. Let's subsidize that. All right, we don't necessarily. We could go normal on these taxes again. All right. So we're at the 2-hour mark here, so we're finally going to take a break. I actually do need a break right now. So we're going to do a quick 90-second bathroom break, get some more water, pay homage to the gods of ads. All right, so quick 90 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back, and we're back. Let's see. Oh, Gigel54. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. How states interact via land and via sea. Also, how your market capital works. Do all spare goods in the market go there? Trading locally versus market capital. Stuff I don't see in any guides. How to make ports profitable so you don't waste on subsidies. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, maybe like a just a big old grand market tutorial. That's actually a great topic as well. See, the problem is once we get closer and closer to game updates, so like we have 1.10 coming out, it's always difficult to be like, okay, what can I make a tutorial video about that I know for certain is not going to be changed in a couple weeks when an update comes out. And I think it's pretty safe to say market stuff like that won't be. That's a great idea. I might look into that, actually. Ports grow a lot if you tariff imports of merchant marines. Yeah, I tend to find too. I'm not doing it as much right now, but a way to make ports profitable as well is to start exporting these merchant marines, and I find the best way to do it is with government treaties. So you find out how many you need to sell, and then you start making like treaties to transfer out how many of these that you need. Because like you can export them through the trade centers, but this stuff changes week to week and you have no control over it. So the government to government transfers I feel like are really good for merchant marines. Though the problem is it is a little difficult in that most people don't want to buy your merchant marines. So you really got to add in other elements of the treaty in order to get them to do it. But it's a way to make the ports profitable and you don't have to subsidize them. I think it's why Generalist Gaming doesn't do much Victoria 3 anymore. All his spreadsheeting became redundant at every patch. Yeah, or like having to update that spreadsheet constantly. It's true. I think, too, for Generalist, it seems like he is really gearing up to pivot into EU5. That kind of is my impression that I'm getting there. He's been doing a lot of EU5 content. But yeah, you're right too as well. Like his spreadsheets, I'm sure it must be a nightmare for him every time these updates come out. Be like, oh my god, I got to retest all the stuff for every single good. I don't envy that task. But they certainly are helpful. Oh, come on, Orchard Company. Move your buns. Oh, we have to... Okay, hold on. Let's slow down for a second. The switch to plastic in our glassworks is set to revolutionize the industry. Yeah, give us that. Give us that. Damn, that sounds like bureaucratic imbroglio. Yeah, having to fix the spreadsheets when a law updates happen. Welcome to bureaucracy. All right. So we've got like an hour to go. 8 years. Could possibly go a little bit longer than 3 hours today, if need be. I really do want to reach the end of the run here. But I also don't want to just blindly speed towards it. I would like to get a little higher in everything. I suppose... Oh, we have... Well, we should fix this regardless. Oop. We'll add 20 more there. And we'll add 18 more here. Yeah, I think you need more admins. I do. See, the thing is, so what I'm waiting for... is we can switch to telephone switchboards once we have telephones, and we are, like, just 4 months away from getting it. So I'm waiting till we get this, and then we'll start building a bunch of telephones, and then we'll switch the production method. But yeah, we are hemorrhaging some taxes because of it. I suppose I could switch it now and try to import them. There is always that option. Oh, prestige. We've never upgraded all this stuff to trench. What am I doing? Oops. What? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, now siege artillery. Oh, interesting. I hope the research in Vic 3 gets updated. One research slot is a nightmare. I know the research spread is good, but it's very RNG. Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting if it was like Stellaris, where you had the 3 different research queues for the different sectors. IG emphasis can improve that too. Intelligentsia getting strong speeds up society. Yeah, you do get those benefits, right? So, like, they'll speed up society. This one will speed up the military, and then they'll speed up the production. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. We need radios before we can effectively upgrade to artillery. Though, I don't think... I might not have upgraded any of these to trench. No wonder. This will greatly help our prestige. Oops. Yeah, upgrade. Oops. Now we just hit that. Why? Why? Do all intelligentsia have society research speed? I know different countries have different IG bonuses. Yeah, not all. I don't really know which ones have the different ones. I think in South America... Okay, electric industries. I think in South America, because there's some that have... specific stuff for their intelligentsia. Wow, the game is lagging here. Oh my god. What? Like, Paraguay starts off with a leader that is intelligentsia, so... they Will it tell us here? Oh no, theirs is the same. Yeah, I don't know. But there definitely are some different ones. Alright, let's just absolve the obligation. But IG is RNG, some intelligentsia bonus, not what you want it to be, yeah. Yeah, sometimes they're just not worth it, right? Some have prestige instead of migration, for example. Yeah, France had a different intelligentsia. Ah, yeah, that's right, France. France has a different one. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so they have avant-garde like we do, but... Oops. We have propagandists for migration attraction, and they have plus 10% prestige, so there you go. Oh, wait, so I wonder then, was the Paraguay... Oops. Was the Paraguay one different? No, yeah, they were the same. Alright. The GDP is GDPing. Oh yeah, the DEI intelligentsia. Let's take a look at them. Propagandists and avant-garde. So theirs is the same. Are any of these guys different named? Usually the ones that have different names are a little different. I know the Egyptian ones, they have... No. Oh, they don't even have rural folk up here anymore. But yeah, the French intelligentsia... Are called intelligentsia, okay. Never mind. Oh, Russia has a horrible devout that loves serfdom. Orthodox Church, birth rate, authority, education access. Oh yeah, the Russian Orthodox Patriarchy loves serfdom. Oof. Yeah, that's tough. Nope, sorry Saxony. Saxony, we are not getting involved in that one. Returning from a safari expedition, Arima Tautu was marooned on a small island in the Dutch West Indies, where he was hunted like an animal by the Russian aristocrat Roman Kaminsky. This one is just always such a funny, weird... This is one of the weirdest events in the game. And whenever I've seen it so many times, but yet every time it pops up, it always takes me by surprise. So the leader, we're losing the leader of our petite bourgeoisie because he was hunted down by a Roman aristocrat. Oh, this stuff. Yeah, give him a promotion. Alright, when we start... Oh, look at all this. Yeah, let's do these barracks first. I want to get this prestige up. Actually, and the telephones. I feel like I missed one somewhere. Yeah, I think I missed a random one in the middle here. Nope, I didn't. Alright. Whoa! Plus 5% prestige, there we go. Oh, we lost an admiral. Alright, let's take you, my guy. How's our company doing? Ah, come on. Oh, you built a poopy vineyard in Buenos Aires? Come on, it's killing me. How dare you? You're messing with my prestige now. You know, yeah, I shouldn't have given them investment rights, I guess. By the way, I have this weird run where the intelligentsia are more authoritarian, but the industrialist is very socialist. They even ask for regulatory bodies in compulsory school. That's a wild run right there. It's so funny when the game does that sometimes. Well, that's what I was thinking about with when I went over here, Paraguay. So the leader you start off with is intelligentsia, but he's authoritarian, and so the intelligentsia start with the authoritarian ideology because of their leader. So you have an authoritarian intelligentsia. But adding on top of that, the industrialists being very socialist, that's hilarious. Here we go. Although, we might not do that. Oh, look at this, yeah. Let's get more workers. Oh, the vineyards. Will this help us? Yeah, it will. Okay. Ooh, did Chile just, like, get taken over somewhere? Political movements are fun like that, yeah. Yeah, it's really fun to really, when you start leaning into the political movements, to get movement on stuff. Oh, the Chilean Socialist Revolt. The world is going socialist. Probably a reformer industrialist. Yeah, the reformer one ideology is always a tricky one. Some of the things they like are good, sometimes they are not. Though the landowner gets marginalized because I accidentally hired a general and raised him as field marshal. But he got into a scandal. Aw. I hope it was the one where I like the one where they get into a scandal. He was like sleeping with somebody's wife. One of the option is like one of the options says, we'll just say he sat on the wrong toilet. Nope. Sorry, Chile. Tito Man has issued a condemnation of the Romanian electoral system, endorsing abstention from voting in what he calls a sham put on to placate the people. We don't want to lose legitimacy. Can we lose momentum? Not really. But we will. Minus 50% popularity plus gain syphilis. Yeah, poor guy. I know, that's always a tough one. The misfired cannon. Yeah. I know, yeah, too, right? The name of it. Misfired cannon. What a way to describe it. Vintila Sonat intends to travel across Bessarabia by train to campaign for the Radical Party. The grand project of mechanizing agriculture throughout Romania is complete. Hey, we're in 1930. Never before have such abundant yields been tallied. Ooh. Yeah, we'll do that. You know... Yeah, I need to... If I'm gonna do that thing... So in the next election, I hope the Communist Party wins, so we can keep Rosa Luxemburg as the president, but then get the petite bourgeoisie in there, so we can close the borders and get that achievement. We've only got 6 years left, so, you know, whatever. He's a great general with good traits, but he's in the wrong side of the political group I support. Yeah. Brave, direct, and meticulous. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that does suck. That's a good general. While carrying out work in support of the National Liberal Party in Banat, Amarsav has come across Theodore Mann representing the Communist Party. Fiery debate has broken out. I usually say, like, if a general is really good, just take them. You can disempower IGs through wealth, but a good general is a good general. Have you invited an exile to add? Yeah, we have Rosa Luxemburg as our president. So she was an exile that came in, and then we made her the head of the trade union. So she is an invited exile. Ooh, it'd be nice if we get to 400 GDP before this ends. The eyes of the electorate have turned to the candidates that seek to acquire a position at the head of government. As the election approaches, voters debate who would provide the best leadership for Romania. Rosa Luxemburg, of course. When is this election? In a month. All the generals that pick after that, either imperious and offensive, but very sick of very bad traits. Yeah. I hate it when you get the one that's like offensive planner, but then I forget what it's called. What's the one trait that gives you a negative offensive score? Like, man, what a waste. Alright, we got the Communist Party in. Excellent, this is exactly what I want. Now, what are telephones in our market? Not bad. So now we're going to upgrade the production method in the government admin buildings. And that should fix... Yeah, that did a lot of help for our budget. Eliot Missouri, leader of the ruling intelligentsia, has had enough of compromising with his coalition partners. He has demanded that either his collaborators follow his orders or the intelligentsia will never approve of their changes. Buddy, buddy, buddy. Why you gotta be like that? Alright, we got a little bit traction here. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be quite a mountain to get up to 4th, though. Ah, 360 GDP, though. We're climbing up there. Can you fix the opposition so they aren't angry? Oh, wait, I missed the Admiral. All of them are good. Oh, that's good. Can you fix the opposition so they aren't angry? Yeah, it looks like the only one's really pissed. Oh, yeah, this manufacturing tax income is kind of hurting us. Yeah, after closed borders, we can try to do a law that they like. Yeah, we could go. We'll go for commercialized agriculture next, and that'll get them to stop being so pissed, and maybe we'll get some of our tax income back. More pragmatically inclined members of the industrialists currently opposed to the passing of closed borders have offered to change their stance were they to be offered certain political concessions. Yes, give that to us. And I have this where all the interest groups form one coalition with no opposition. You can by passing a law or have more loyalists. Ah, yes, this is what we need for our power plants. Yeah, also putting the interest group into the government will help their help them be a little bit more happy. Yeah. Oh, 5 years. Only 5 more years. Oh, man. Serbian radical revolt. We could take on Russia. Let's see. What are their... Presidential Republic, Universal Suffrage, Monarchy, Autocracy. Oh, yeah. Owing us an obligation. What if... Could we get you to be a subject? No. I wonder if we say no, if they'll come back with that. Nope. Sorry, guys. Unrelated question for your cinema brain. Do you think The Thing is worth seeing? I'm a bit unsure about going to that tonight. Is it the original with Kurt Russell? Or is it the remake that they did? Because that very much will influence my answer to that question. I was just thinking because of the stall chance, if you could fix it. Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's much we could do to... Because they're just... Their interest group is opposed to it no matter what. But after we pass the law, we can get them to be a little bit happier. Sorry, everybody. We are staying out of your wars. Yep. The OG, I didn't know there was a remake. Oh, yeah. Yes, the original one is definitely worth seeing. The original one is just a brilliant movie. And interestingly, it's supposed to be... okay, I could be getting this wrong a little bit, but it was made in the 70s. And so... I don't know how much of the plot you know, so I won't give away too much. But it was about, or at least influenced by this idea of, like, the Red Scare and, like, being afraid of socialist spreading and your neighbor, because the movie is basically about, like, being afraid of this person who's your friend because they might be this monster, right? And so the movie is about that, and it's a terrifying movie because you don't know who you can trust in the story. The remake was fine, but they went more, I think, into like the horror aspect of it, whereas the original movie, The Thing, is more, I would say, like a suspense movie than a horror movie. So it's definitely worth seeing. I would definitely go do it. I found something interesting that helps control political clout, too. Strategically chosen state monopolies on buildings you don't expand. Oh, food industries to limit industrialists. Oh, That is a great idea, actually. Yeah, yeah, because it employs certain people, and the building owners will be certain people. Yeah, so if the private sector can't build them, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. A factory in northern Transylvania has been rocked by a tremendous boiler explosion, with dozens dead or injured. The story of this tragedy has quickly become a national event. So yeah, we can make the industrialists a little bit happier here. And we have plenty of radicals to spare. Some free trade proponents are concerned that the immigration reforms toward closed borders is the first steps to closing off Romania from the outside world, not just to migrants, but to markets as well. C'est la vie, my friends. Don't you people know we're trying to get an achievement? Well, that was certainly convincing. Thank you for your thoughts. Yeah, of course. Now I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it when I see you the next time. Okay, let's... We can get more training methods. Though I'm not really a fan of movies like The Thing. No, I agree. It's like horror movies are not my thing. They never have been. I like a good suspense movie, maybe like even a thriller. But John Carpenter generally does like horror-ish type movies, so I've never been big on John Carpenter, but The Thing is like one of those exceptions. That's probably like his best movie. I think there's a lot of people who debate that, but it's definitely widely considered a candidate for his best movie, so it's definitely good. Yeah, I don't like horror either. But I think the thing that's cool about this movie is it's not like, well, I guess I was going to say it's not big budget. I mean, I think it was a pretty big budget for then. But the movie generally is about like you don't know which person to trust in this thing. And so there's some like horror scary elements, but I think that's why I feel like it is more a suspense movie, because it's just like it's about tension more so than like a slasher gory type thing. I like fantasy, not Harry Potter, but more Tolkien. Yeah, agreed on that. If you have a massive budget, interventionism is better because you can add more of your own more to construction. Laissez-faire limits you to only plus 25, more of your own money to construction. I think so, but see, the thing is, if you have a massive budget, you just build more construction. See, the thing about laissez-faire is laissez-faire really allows you to deficit spend because you get this negative 25% loan interest rate. So you only get 25% construction, but you really don't need as much of the construction points because your private sector will really start building everything. So having a large budget and laissez-faire is pretty beneficial because you can really get your construction sectors up to a lot. It's much harder to deficit spend on interventionism because you're paying more of you're paying more of a percentage for the construction sector, and you're not getting as much of the benefit to loan interest rate. So I would still kind of say laissez-faire would be better if you have a massive budget going. What was meant as a routine speech about the merits of closed borders by Vintila Cernat has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster with the petite bourgeoisie. Yes, we will take that. People hate the Hobbits, but I see that the movie is overhated because Peter Jackson has very little time to film and do his magic. I enjoyed the Hobbit movies. It was interesting when the first one came out. I was like, oh my god, you're making this 3 movies? Like, you're really gonna milk this and stretch it out. But then after seeing the first movie, I hadn't had time to do this beforehand, but I reread The Hobbit because it'd been a few years since I had read it. And I had kind of forgot just how much story there is in that one book. And I was like, oh my god, this totally could be a trilogy. Even though they added stuff that wasn't from The Hobbit into it. Interventionism and protectionism are mainly about control versus money. Laissez-faire and free trade, more lucrative, more political utility. Yeah, that's a great point. That's true. So protectionism, interventionism, mainly about control versus money. Yeah. Yeah, laissez-faire, free trade are definitely more about, like, if you're going for, like, high GDP run, that's the laws you go to. If you're not going for, like, the biggest possible GDP you can get at the expense of everything else, then yeah, interventionism, protectionism is pretty good. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of closed borders have found themselves mirrored in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Alright, how are we doing on telephones? Oh man, export these guys. Export these guys. Where's our phones? Okay, we can still use more. So let's build more phones. And let's get more trade centers. I like a protectionist more than free trade because more tariff. Yeah, free trade sometimes is a little difficult in the fact that you can't tariff things to control the market more. But with free trade, you get this plus 25% trade advantage going both ways. That's kind of nice. Or not, yeah, going like for imports and exports, yeah. If your investment pool was plus 250k, you can also add 250k without draining it. Laissez-faire and 250k, you can only add a third of this before you would increase the investment pool to the point of draining out. Hey, we got it! Shut the door behind you. We squeaked out squeaked out an achievement right at the end. Now let's get the petite bourgeoisie out of there. And let's open the borders back up. Oh no! We're not going to be able to. Alright, well let's get migration controls at least. They also cut some of the good scenes in The Hobbit because they don't they make the movie too long. Some of them are very great scenes they skip over. Yeah, like I remember the troll scene. I feel like they cut a lot of that out. Like the scene is in there, but I saw the extended edition and I was like, "Oh man, you should have kept more of that." Yeah, tariffs aren't about the money. It's about who gets the domestic protection or not. Shutting off exports can restrain producers, useful for marginalizing landowners. And yeah, totally agreed, 100%. That's what's kind of difficult. That's what's really difficult when you want to get rid of the corn laws when you're a small nation. And so you got to go to free trade, but now you can't keep the goods you need in your market. The political wills and desires of the lower classes will always remain an opaque matter. For whatever reason, support for migration controls spread like wildfire across Romania, spurred on by charismatic speakers and lively debates in small-time social clubs. No, we'll do this. Huh. Oh, yes! We'll be able to do the regime change in Fututoro? If only if we take on the French Empire? How could we say no to such a thing? What a dumb agreement. I usually tariff import to force domestic use, then subventions to export to flood market with my cheap goods. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way you can pick the winners. You can erase competitors doing that while having no tariffs on competing goods with export goods. Yes. Hey, Mustafa Imam. Hello, hello, hello. Mustafa Imam. Hi there. I started playing Victoria 3 2 weeks ago and currently have all the DLCs enabled. I've seen some negative reviews about the Pivot of Empire DLC. Do you think I should disable it? Not at all. Oh, man. I love Pivot of Empire. So, Pivot of Empire... first of all, the flavor, it's all the flavor for India, which is a lot of fun. Now, one of the big things with Pivot of Empire was foreign investment, though that is also now included in Charters of Commerce. I wouldn't disable any of the DLCs. Especially if you have the DLC, you should include it. I wouldn't trust the reviews, and I would definitely keep it enabled. And welcome to the Victorian party. Leontin Karaja has offered to spend some of their personal wealth to fund the creation of a universe. Oh, yeah, we'll do this, fine. There's also a sense of Thorin Oakenshield funeral rather than killing him. Yeah, and left it. Yeah. Unfortunately. I usually import construction goods to go well ahead with construction earlier with playing a great power. Oh, yeah, and yeah, Pivot of Empire adds loads more companies. That's true, I forgot about the companies. Yeah, there's a bunch of little stuff each DLC comes with. Now, if you were asking which DLC should I buy, I'm not going to be able to buy all of them, then we could go through the tiers of it. But I think, if you have it already, I definitely wouldn't disable it. It's definitely worth including as part of the game. Oh, I said I want to get to the 400 mark. We're just below it. Let's up the taxes and add some construction. We are almost there, my friends. 3 years to go. Ah, man, we were so close. This vineyard in Buenos Aires is killing us. We could get so much prestige if our company didn't own that. This afternoon, Vintila Cernat, leader of the Petite Bourgeoisie, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of migration controls. What are we at with that? Yeah, let's take that, because we need to get migrations going again. Oh, and yeah, we're now at the point where we could use a little bit more government admin. Also, I enjoy a film that inspired from real story. Some of it's historical, some of it's bio, like Tetris. Oh my god, yeah. I love that Tetris movie. I was actually really excited in the build-up to it, because I used to get this channel on the... I do one of those, like, internet cable provider things, and there used to be this video game channel called Jinx TV. And they used to have this really... They had this really cool series called Origins, where they would take a video game and just go through like the origins of the game. And they had done one, this is long before that Tetris movie came out. They did one for Tetris, and they were only like 30-minute episodes. So I watched it, not expecting to get this crazy, crazy story about the creation of Tetris. So when I had heard that movie was coming out, I was really excited. I was like, I had said to my wife, I was like, listen, I know it sounds crazy, a movie about the creation of Tetris, but trust me, it's wild. Yeah, I love that movie. I love Tetris, actually. I think every video game system I've ever had, I gotten Tetris on it. Like, even the more advanced systems, one of the first things I always get is Tetris, because I just love it. Inspired by the ongoing reform to migration controls, Ili Moruzzi of the Intelligentsia has penned a vision for a future where borders are abolished altogether. I have to say, one of my favorite games to play in VR is Tetris. Tetris in VR is wonderful. Or the film about the African-American regiment in Civil War led by a white officer. Oh, yeah. What was that one? What's the name of that one? Do you ever choose Rye Company in playing Europe because it pushes ownership from aristocracy to capitalists? Well, Rye Company. The Rye Company, yeah. I don't. I guess I should try that out. See what happens. I generally don't pick them just because the agricultural buildings, by the time I get a company, I just don't, there's better companies to get. But I guess that's true. Changing the ownership from the aristocracy to capitalists would be a great thing to do. So I've never really tried it out, but I should give it a try. Glory, that's right. I know. I could see, like, Matthew Broderick, Denzel Washington in my head. For the life of me, I could not remember the name. Glory. The movie is exaggerated, but it's very real with what happened. Yes, underrated point. Companies aren't just able to be chosen for money, but politics, too. Yeah. Yeah, it is a great point. And I'll admit, too, I sometimes forget about that. I'm sometimes will be more focused on the economic aspects. That sometimes I pick it for political reasons. Sometimes I forget to think about that. Oh, for the life of me, these companies are killing me. I should have gotten... You know what? Stop building. Stop building in other countries. It's not working. Oh, no. What I should do... I know what we can do here. We're gonna buy Argentina's wine. That's what we're gonna do. Just give me an outrageous amount of wine. Do that. Yeah, sure. Give me more investment rights then. How are they building there if we don't... Oh, this is investment rights in us. I always get mixed up with that. Alright. This should fix that up. Yeah, that did something for us. Alright, it got us up to there. Perugo. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's buy your wine. Ugh. Oh, perfect. Excuse me. Do-do-do. I don't really find the landowners a problem, so I haven't tried it. But I also never really build much agrarian. Oh, nice. There we go. Because I don't want to power up the rural folks, so maybe quite a good play. Yeah. That the officer family refused to take his dead son because he already was buried by his fellow soldiers and seen that as honor, iconic, better one to mock him. Yeah, I don't remember enough about the plot of that movie. Ah, nice. Okay. So now... Oh, this is a banana plantation. Alright, we'll buy sugar from you. Oh, tell me we can't goods transfer. Ah. We can't reach them. Where are they again? Wait, how are we building in this country? We don't have any agreements with them. Oh. Yeah, wait, how are we... How on earth did these guys build something there? That's strange. Plus rural folk can insulate against industrialist supremacy. Filmmakers makes more movie about stories that happen than imaginary stories and branded as historical. Yeah, it is kind of annoying when they're like, oh, here's an historical movie, and then that we've taken some liberties on. I think it was that Freddie Mercury movie, I remember, afterwards reading about it, and like, it turns out they took a lot of liberties with the actual history of Freddie Mercury and just the band in general. I was like some very, like, I remember thinking, like, very important changes. Like, why not just tell their actual story, you know? State atheism usually can counter the industrialists because it beats up the petit bourgeoisie and makes the intelligentsia quite happy. Oh, does state atheism boost petit bourgeoisie? I thought it mainly just boosted the intelligentsia. Yeah, or twist propaganda of bad people, yeah. Then commercial agriculture brings in the trade unions. Oh, you just remind me, that is actually the thing I wanted to switch to next. Commercialized agriculture. Ooh. Guess we can't do that. Oh. We never switched the taxation law. Alright. What are we building? Use more automobiles. I'm talking about you, Cleopatra. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there isn't really an accurate depiction of her, right? You know, the story of the burial in glory is real. The Confederacy tried to mock the Union, but it backfired. Sharky Boy, whoa, 5 speed, it's a miracle. Yeah, we're kind of like at the end of the run here, and almost at the end of my time to be able to do the episode, so I want to be able to finish the run in this episode. The particularly effective agitation that Tidorman has been carrying out in southern Serbia has raised questions about the ultimate goal of the Communist Party in this election cycle. Yeah, we'll do this one. I'm excited for the mod playthroughs after this one. Me too, actually. I have to test some out, see which ones are that still work well for 1.9, but yeah, I'm excited to try some. The ongoing effort to implement graduated taxation have captured the imagination of the Conservative Party, which has added full-throated support for the new law as part of its central platform. Let's do that. I definitely want to do a Cold War era run, because I always have wanted to really dive into that mod. The upper strata have decided to donate generously to the poor. Many among them even advocate for the graduated taxation law. Thanks, guys. You there. Man, you guys are killing me. Oh, how are you guys? Destroyers. Ooh, actually, that'll give us some extra prestige. Oh, no, it won't. Oh, yeah, I always forget. Okay. Why take wine when the French hated you? I'm mainly trying to get the prestige bonus plus 10%, or the prosperity bonus plus 10% prestige. You know, if I went to war, I could really up the price of wine in the country. That could be something to do. Rosa Luxemburg, a prominent member of the Communist Party, has been accused of gross corruption. She strenuously denied all allegations until damning letters surfaced signed by her. Oh, I hear mixed things about that mod. I thought it was outdated, sadly, but I may be wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I thought I had heard when 1.9 first came out that it was updated, but there's been all those hot fixes, so I'm not sure. That's why I'm not really committing to a mod yet. This weekend, I want to, like, sit down and do a couple test runs on some mods to make sure they actually are not going to, like, crash in the current version of the game. The armed forces demand the promotion of that guy. Yeah, we'll do it, whatever. Can we upgrade? There. Alright, we'll do that. We'll bring you guys in there. Ah, man, we were above 400 and we just dropped. I just looked. Bureaucrats are mainly intelligentsia and clerks mainly petite bourgeoisie. Yeah. Said the man with... nanomachine that hardens when contacted in physical trauma. Wait, what's that a reference to? Clearly isn't write his own speech. Yep, so all that combined shifts the devout clout to those two groups, okay, depending on population of bureaucrats and clerks in question. Oh yeah, you know, I didn't actually look at the law. See what it adds in. Oops. You know, why don't we just go for this, just for the hell of it? Hey, we are in the last year, everybody. We are in the last year. Kind of perfect timing. We're at the 3-hour mark. So we'll, unfortunately, we'll skip over the break because I'm almost at time here. But we're almost at the conclusion, which we do want to get to. It's very the Metal Gear Revenge from the main antagonist, Senator Armstrong. Sure, Russia. Sure. The PM hams. Oh, the PM. Oh, was it PM? What PMs did I activate? I didn't think I activated anything that hurt our GDP. I assume that's what you're referring to, right? I forget. What did I do? No World War I in this timeline. No, I mean, there definitely was, well, I guess, yeah, we had those two backdowns. I think World War I was that war we did for southern Serbia that Austria-Hungary and Russia joined in on. And then we had Great Britain on our side. I guess that was the World War I. And then we had a couple that should have become World War I, but everybody backed down. The famous nanomachine meme. What? Are you serious? In May 1935, you're going to declare a diplomatic play against us? Over what? Because of what's going on in Romania and South Africa? Okay. Well, let's make our wine more expensive. Oh my god. Let's see. And we'll keep these guys here. And you will go there. And then you go sink their battleship. Oh wait, can I, what other, can I take some war goals here? Alright, let's just do forced nationalization. I mean, I don't think we're gonna even finish this war. Spoke too soon, right? Like, what in the hell? Yeah, that's right. This could actually be the World War, depending on who joins in. It looks like we have a lot of people we can get in on this. Oh, no, I'm not going to give them to you. What, people? What do you want to enforce? Sure. Sure, come on in, Japan. I can't believe this, Great Britain. And I'm definitely not giving you a single piece of land. But is this making my wine more expensive? I hope so. Yes, it is. Oh, let's, Oh, there was a surveyor there. Oh, we got it. I didn't even see it pop up. We got it. Yeah, France, I'm gonna ruin this man's closure. What the hell? Greedy French already have so much of Africa. Yeah, that's true, right? How much more of the continent do you need? That's the thing, though. We're not even gonna, like, really get to finish this war. I can sway you back over. Oh, 424 now. There we go. And we're 5th. Oh, can we hold the spot? I do not know. Oh, that's going to be tight. We're in August, everybody. We are almost there. I don't think I've ever ended a run, like, not just in stream, but ever, in the middle of a war. That's funny. Oh! Oh my god, I forgot. We now have... Alright, I should not have sent both of these guys there. Now, what's this other front? Oh, Scania. Oh, not my concern. Japan is calling in the obligation by requesting our commander. Oh, an admiral. Fine. What is he in? Oh, the first convoy raider. Well, we don't want to lose... Alright, go ahead, take him. Why do we... the Chad front? Why is there a front there? Oh, Bornu is on our side? Oh, is that how we ended up building a building there? We did have... they must be with Scandinavia. Heavy uses of trenches in Dobruja by Suvugain has turned the land into a blasted hellscape. This stalemate cannot last forever, but it's not clear what the best way forward is. Yeah, world's too peaceful. Mr. President, we will bother the Romanians because this is boring. Exactly. That's exactly what's happened here. Yeah, let's not fire any of these guys. Funny there's no war happening here. I'm gonna send you guys over to the Wallachia front. All right, we have graduated taxation. We're approaching the last month. Aw, man, we went down to 5th. We're not going to stay up at 5th for that last little bit. All right, here we go. We are in the last month, everybody. We're losing the war, but we're not going to actually lose it. Oh, and of course the GDP had to drop right before the end there. Oh, because we're not building anything. Let's, oh, man. Now, our GDP looks much less than what it actually was. We're at 400 million. We did it. There we go. Not bad. Finished 6th. Look, our GDP was up at 491 million at one point. Well, that was a pretty good run. We got the achievement we wanted. We got another extra achievement out of it. Pretty good. And that concludes the Wolf of Wallachia. So yeah, we're going to be doing some mod runs until National Awakening comes out. But we have another stream tonight that we'll be doing. So we're continuing the Crusader Kings 3 Ireland run tonight. So that'll start in about 7 hours from now. This was my favorite campaign so far. Very good, very good. Oh, nice. I'm glad this was was your favorite one. So we did it. I guess we did it, huh? Yeah. So I'll be back on tonight. And then we'll be doing more Victoria 3 next week on Tuesday. I'll figure out which mod we're doing. I'll post it in the ham cord. Oh, I didn't have the chat bot going to show the link for the Discord. Well, what an amateur I am. What an amateur I am. Well, here it is. For the Discord. It didn't get posted at all. All right, so that's going to be it for today, everybody, or for now until later tonight. So thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you next time. And as always, be awesome. Yeah, Romanian colonial empire that started off a starving Ottoman vassal. Not bad. All right, see you guys.